Hello and welcome to the How Do You View You podcast with your host, Griffin Stein. This is the podcast about treating yourself the best way that you can, every day and every moment. Being comfortable. The aim is to be comfortable with your life, your love, and everything. Just to be comfortable. Get comfortable first before you try to, get busy or get buckets, get money. Get comfortable with yourself, bro, because money ain't gonna do nothing. Anyway, that's what this podcast is about. It's a personal blog, really, about how I got strong or how we can all get strong, and what people don't talk about. I only got a couple episodes left, and I appreciate everybody that's watching and stuff like that. It's been a long 5 years, and I thought this whole thing, and I probably should save this for the 60th episode, but I'm only doing 60 episodes, and I'm gonna do something different. But I don't know what it is. I do like doing the podcast, and I think the podcast helped me a lot. About just talking about feelings that ain't really that popular, because it's a vulnerability. I don't know why I can't say it. Vulnerability that people like me don't have, because it wasn't encouraged. And if it is encouraged, you start talking a certain way to certain people, then they try to, either they make fun of you or they try to they test you. They test you. So at this age that I am, 50, I'm not trying to really prove that much to anybody anymore. The caring is there, for my fellow human beings, but the caring for what you think, that shit is dwindling daily. I mean, really dwindling. Like, I'm gonna tell you, I was out riding my bike. And if you see me in Richmond or Oakland, I would be riding back and forth sometimes on my bike with the green stuff. I'll tell you what I was doing. I was wearing short pants with socks that pulled all the way up to my knees. And and it's for a reason. It's because when I was wearing them short socks, them ankle socks, all of the rocks and the shit that cars pop up and trees and sand and grass and fuckery get stuck to your leg, and I got so many scars and stuff on my leg just by riding my bike in the streets. So I pull my socks up, and it's too hot to sometimes to wear pants, so I just pull the socks up, and people laugh. I mean, fuck them. I can't carry. I just don't have it in me. I just don't have it in me. I still, ask to see if I look a fool, but if it's functional, it's functional. I saw an older guy. I saw an older guy the other day. I didn't think people did it anymore, but I saw an older guy with some coveralls with the short sleeves, like the dudes from the Richmond dump used to wear, the green ones. I saw him wearing them, slick than a bitch though. He had the creases in it, and he had a gold chain with his little hair out, and he was wearing they wasn't dress shoes, but they was like dress. They wasn't Timberlands, but they was something. Maybe they was honchos. Not honcho. Honchos is from Payless. We used to wear honchos. Anyway, it was some work boots, maybe some Wolverines or something, but they was clean as shit. You could tell that he was trying to be clean. He had his little stuff on. He was, he was shining. With a little Kango on, man. I thought, hey, man, shit, I can wear, it's an easy thing. You can just toss it on. So I actually wore some overalls, where with the whatchamacall, rode through Oakland with coveralls on, or overalls, the ones with the, everybody used to wear them a long time ago. But yeah, I'm trying to be comfortable. Every day, every minute of the day, I'm trying to be comfortable. It's just too. I did a post on Facebook where I said, nigga, that outside beauty it's too much of a responsibility. You got to do makeup. You got to do lashes if you do lashes. You got to do your hair. You got to be dressed impeccably. It's just so much work. When, quite honestly, nigga, all you need is some soap, some clean clothes. You gotta have clean clothes, soap, and a good attitude. You beautiful. You good. I just don't. It's just a responsibility that I don't think people understand. And I don't mean to talk bad about makeup, but when the word makeup means you making up for what you're lacking. And a lot of people that I see, women that I see, aren't lacking. That is just a responsibility I think it's unnecessary. And then people say, I don't feel like myself if I'm not made up. And that throws me off, because it's like, well, so your natural self, you don't feel like yourself until you put stuff on where you look, because what you're doing, what we do, and I don't want to specifically target women. I want to do it with dudes too also, because what I'm saying is dudes do the same thing. They just do it in different ways. They get these cars that they can't afford, or they talk this way that they can't afford because they already got a wife and a girlfriend and kids that they can't afford. So they trying to pull on new things. So it's like this, it's this outside, it's the appearance that you want people to see. When you go outside, you want people to see you a certain way instead of how you really are. That's what makeup means to me. Is you want to be seen a certain way. I don't have a problem with it. If that's the way you want to live, that's the thing. All I'm saying is, try it. Try without it. You can't tell me you don't care what people think if you got makeup on, because you're trying to hide something. You can't tell me you don't care about what people think if you're trying to buy the latest shoes. You care. You care. You care a lot. A person used to tell me, she say, I don't care. I don't care what people think. And I know they think this. She would tell me she don't care basically what I thought. I don't care what you think, because I already know what you think. And she didn't. But she put a thought process in her mind of what I would already say and what was going on between us. This is a family member, so, it wasn't nothing to do with nothing except for what she perceived in her head versus the reality. There's a delusional aspect to makeup and drinking and all of these drug things and delusion. Let me define delusional to me so that we can talk about what I'm saying. Delusional to me is when you ignore reality and place your own truths in that reality, because that reality is a lie. But it is your reality because you make it so, because it's your mind. You do what you want to do. So that's what I say is a delusion. That means it's an illusion that you set forth for yourself and you living in it, and you want people in that circle to live with it also. So if you say, I'm not fat, everybody got to say you're not fat, or you get an attitude. You got to say, oh, I'm smart, and everybody, that's a delusional. And it's people that'll play with you because, they either love you or they want something out of you or something else. Like, nigga, please. I've seen ugly people that tell people they beautiful and they believe it. Now, in the same breath, let me say, nigga, if you believe you beautiful and you move like you beautiful, people gonna treat you beautiful. But what I'm saying is, you not, and you're not doing nothing to become beautiful, but you just want people you want the accolades of beauty or the accolades of smartness without actually doing any of the work. And that's the problem. And then that's entitlement. And now we back to being, you gotta make yourself up to be more than you really are. When you could just be happy with what you are. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. But that comes with loving yourself. Now, how do you do that? You have to look at yourself. So you have to learn what you are and what you don't like. So what you don't like about yourself, let me tell you something that you already know. Skin can bounce back. If you stop smoking tobacco and drink fruit juices without sugar, not from the store, like grind your own juice. I would say water, but water is a hydrator, but it doesn't give you anything. It doesn't give you any nutrients. It doesn't, even if you drink smart water, and I don't trust smart water because I just don't. But fruit water, vegetable water, smoothies, and all of that. If you don't add too much fuckery in it, you could bounce that shit back. And there's natural things, castor oil. I'm telling you, put castor oil on your face, on your blemishes, on your anything that you don't like. In 2 weeks it'll be gone, or to soften. But you got to do it for 2 weeks. And I thought it would pimple me up. It did not. That shit soaks in and it breaks up. I had a knot on my foot. I think it was a calcium kind of a thing. And I put that shit on my feet for like a week because I can't keep out. It's oily. So, if I had to put a sock, I'm not finna go to sleep with a sock on. That's dead though. Nah, I'm not doing that. But I did do it for a little bit, and that shit got soft, and it's still that same softness, even though I haven't put any more castor oil on it. My point though is there's ways to be beautiful, and in the steps to get to your beauty, and well, let's not say beauty, let's say love, because if you love yourself, because it's people that love their husbands or wives and they know they're not beautiful, but they are beautiful. So we gonna say beautiful, we gonna say love. When you love yourself, you are beautiful. In fact, I have never seen a person that loves themselves truthfully that wasn't beautiful. So I'm using those words interchangeable because you can't love yourself and not be beautiful. But you can't be beautiful and not love yourself because you feel like you have to be made up. And what the unfunny thing is, most of these people that are made up, they're made up to look like somebody else. Like all of these women are trying to look like that group of Armenian girls. So you trying to look like them. So you're made up to look like them, and they look like clowns. So it's like you. And I'm not down talking anybody. I'm just up talking the people that want to love themselves for real. That's all I'm doing. It sounds negative, but it's not negative because I'm trying to reach the people that can love themselves. And it's a hard thing to do, especially if you don't have anybody that you can bounce the ideas off of. So I hope that made sense because I was really trying to talk about how the responsibility of how we go out, how we talk to people, and how we want to be seen versus how we are in real life. It's just being real with yourself. It's not easy though. It's not easy. But let go of the past. That's probably your first step, is let go of the past. And let go of the people that don't want you to let go of the past. Like if somebody say, well, you used to, you're gonna have to let them go. That's not easy either. So it's coming to the point where now I have people in my life where they serve no purpose. Like they really serve no purpose. If you my cousin, you just my cousin, but you've never reached out to me. You never, in fact, when we see each other, you just, hey. So it's like you serve no purpose. Why would I reach out? I used to reach out to everybody because I thought that was my responsibility. My father died when I was 16, 17. I don't know. 91. It was 91. So I must have been 17. So in my mind, I became, well, in a lot of people's mind, I became the man of the house because I'm the oldest. So I am sitting there and I figured, what would my father do? What would my father do? Would my father go check on his brothers? Yeah, my father loved his brothers and his sisters, so I would check on them. And when you check on people, unfortunately, when you check on people, they say, hey, okay, well, then they need things. My father wasn't a provider like that to people, but he would talk to you about what you needed to do. Versus, I'm not, and the funny thing is, I think I'm the opposite of my father. I think my father he was the life of the party, and everybody loved him, and he could make you laugh and do all of these things, but he would promise stuff and never do it. He would tell people, oh yeah, we can do this and we can get that, but he just didn't have the gumption or the means really to follow up with what he's doing. I'm the opposite. I ain't the life of the party. In fact, I can go to I've been places and people say, Griff, man, you should have went. And I'm like, bitch, nigga, I was there. People I don't talk. If I'm not, I just don't talk. I'm the protector. I was just telling somebody about how my cousin, can I talk about? Yeah. We was in North. And North, the Trojans, the North Richmond parties. This is what I'm talking about in the 90s. Man, it may have been because I think the first NWA album had came out. So I was young. And every week they have a party. When Cooley, the rapper Cooley, when he was talking from North Richmond, he used to say party in the projects, or was it North Side? I don't know. I don't remember. But it was a party in the North Side. Them niggas that's what they do. That's what they used to have parties and always had a problem. It wasn't early in the party because niggas wasn't drunk yet. But once that happened, them places got man, please. I'd never go to a party in the projects. And that's the name of the song, Party in the Projects. But yeah, so what I did was I stood out there. I just stood in the front making sure nothing happened. I'm just not a party person. I just wasn't a party person. I'm a protector. I've always been a protector. I can't relax. And I just can't relax. I couldn't relax. I'm sorry. I couldn't relax at that age. It was just so much going on. And I didn't want my cousin to get hurt, and I sat out there. I didn't have a gun on me, but I'm not saying no names, but they left a gun near me just in case. Would I have shot it? Yeah, I don't know. I never shot at anybody before in my life, so I don't know. I don't know what I would have did. I'm just happy that nothing happened and I didn't have to. My life would have been a totally different way. Anyway, that's what I am. So me and my father are two different people. I think my brother is like my father in that way, life of the party and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm responsible. My father wasn't really, he was responsible in a fun way though. So he'll take us to the beach, he'll take us to places, he'll show us how to fish. He used to show the whole neighborhood how to fish. My father took everybody in East Hill, well, everybody that wanted to go. He would cobble together some fish. We fished with, them deal steeds. We fished with those before. We made kites. He helped us make kites. We made kites. So he was responsible and he was a fun guy. It's just I think I'm the total opposite of him, where I just want shit a certain way, and if it's not that way, it's not right, and it's a problem. That's a problem. But the way he was a problem also. People loved him though, and I think people love me. I just again, I'm 50, so now it's like I don't have the patience that I used to have with dumb shit. I thought it was my age, but I think it's a certain amount of living that you get that with, because it's people that's younger than me that has that, and it's people that's older than me that don't have it yet. But they had sheltered lives, or they was brought up by people. That's another thing. I'm an independent person. I cannot rely. It has always burned me in the past to rely on people. But now I'm learning to rely on myself. And I am learning to rely on other people. It's still just uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable is what it is. It's not hard for me. It's uncomfortable. So I could do it. And with good intentions too. Within good intentions. It's uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable. So that's how that is. But anyway, my point was responsibility is heavy. Outside responsibility is heavier. It's just easier to control what you think than trying to control what everybody else think. You want people a word to pop in their head when they see you. Rich, beautiful, sexy. If you want those words to pop in, you have to dress that way so that when they see you, they do that. My thing is different. I am all those things, and I know I am. And I posted that too. I said I'm 50 now, and I'm at the age where I know, I don't look good, but I know I look good. Whether it's Birkenstocks or dress socks, I look good regardless because I am. I'm not telling you I'm finna go win the goddamn picture on time, but shit, if I'm out in public and I look at myself and I say, oh yeah, this is coming together. this is working. This is working. Which is I want to celebrate myself because yesterday I got on the scale and it was 199. 199 pounds. 199 pounds. When I started, if you go back and look at the first one, you will see that I was bigger, way bigger. So at the beginning of the pandemic, I was 360 pounds. The reason I know that is because I went through Travis, your boy Black Ice. He was doing the IULs. And look into IULs if you looking for that. It's those insurance, universal life insurance things. You just Transamerica got them and everything. It's just, you can have your own bank account with your own money. Anyway, they told me that for me to get an IUL, I would have to pay an extra $1,500 a month because I was so overweight. So I was turned down for life insurance because I was super obese. I was 360. I was almost 400. 400-pound life is what I would have been. So I decided, that's stupid. Because, my father was 400 pounds when he died. And this may be too much information, but when they burned him, they had to burn him in two goals because he was too big for the I don't think they call it an incinerator, but for our crematorium, he couldn't fit. So I don't know how they did it. I don't want to know, actually, but I don't even know how I know that. In fact, I should know that. But anyway, the celebration, not the trauma. So 199. I'm still obese. by the charts, I'm still obese, but I just need one more point to be, maybe I'm not obese, maybe I'm overweight. Anyway, I'm 5'8". They say anybody 5'8" is supposed to be 160, and I do want to get 160 by January. That ain't when the pandemic clicked in, but January is my birthday. If I can do that, I would have lost 200 pounds in 5 years without drugs, without surgery, without stress. I just took my time and did it. It's just steps. So anyway, I need to celebrate myself for that because I'm already on to the next goal. And that's not, you got to take the time to celebrate it. But that's the problem. When we celebrate, what we celebrate with? Food. I can't, we got to get away from celebrate. When I say we, I'm talking about the people I know and love. I ain't talking about the world. You got to do what you got to do. I'm just saying some of my we is in Brazil. Some of my we is in Kazakhstan. I see the people that listen to the podcast or watch it. Some of my we are is in North Carolina, South Carolina. So it's we is universal. But I'm talking about the people that think and move like me and want to have a better life. We have to get away from celebrating with food. Celebrate with a kayak ride. Celebrate with cleaning up, something or a community day or something. I don't know. And I'm not here to tell you I don't know what I celebrated with. I didn't really celebrate. I actually celebrated by doing a podcast, but sometimes it's just a mental note. Just saying to yourself, way to go. Way to go, Don. Way to go, Griffinstein. So anyway, 199. My aim is I'm on my bike more. If anybody want to ride, I ride. I try to ride every other day at least. I'm trying to get 100 miles a week. Just because I just want to. And then I want to be able to ride to San Jose. That's 50 miles. They call that a half century. So some of the better riders that I'm associated with, they can ride 100 miles in one day. It takes all day, but they do 100 miles. What they do is they start, they start in Richmond, and then they go to the Golden Gate Bridge through Marin. Then on your way back, you stop somewhere, get coffee. And so it's a day thing. Y'all all do. I think I'm not ready for no 100-mile ride. My ass hurt after 30. 30 miles is my limit right now, and it's a raising limit, because once you do 30 enough, you steps. That's all I was trying to say is steps. So you do that there, you stop, and then you ride. It's called the 3 Bridge, I think. So they do Golden Gate Bridge, come back, do the Richmond Bridge, and then go all the way to the Bay Bridge and go to Treasure Island. And then I think after that, or maybe they come back to Richmond. I don't know. I was supposed to do it and I wasn't ready. And that's the last thing I need is to be, stuck somewhere cramping up. So anyway, that's what I'm trying to do is that. I'm trying to get out and do more stuff with more people and enjoy nature. Now, when I tell you, I keep saying it because I'm saying it, but I'm not saying it as a death sentence. I'm just saying I'm 50. Nigga, 33 summers tops. Tops. I mean, I could, the Neil Tyson deGrasse said, or Neil deGrasse Tyson, or whatever his name is. He said the person that's going to live 150 years is alive today. Meaning that within the next 30 years, these nanobots and all of these things, they're going to have hearts that work. They got AI working on stuff now. So AI can copy anything. The only problem with it is, if you late on your heart payment, they'll stop it. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It's just, if somebody can stop, now hackers can kill people, is what I'm saying. If your body is biomechanical, well, not biomechanical, but if your body is mechanical or if your body is controlled by the internet, somebody can hack in. Anyway, I'm going too far. But but my point is, I am 50, and usually people like me don't live past 80. But I've told myself I'm going to get 33 years. I told you I'm a life past 33, so my new life started at 50. So I got 33 years to change the world. My world and people in it. Anyway, so that's what I'm trying to do, stay healthy and get healthy. And I'm get down to 160 just to see how it looks, to get the veins going and the whatchamacallit, because it's a 6-pack under here. I can feel it, but it's still hella fat on top of it. And they say to be able to see the stuff that you got, the muscles and the striations and everything, you got to get to I think it's 5% body fat. 5%. I think 15 you start seeing shit, but I think 5%, 2% body fat, which I don't know if it's healthy or not. But bodybuilders, I think, got close to 0. I don't know if that's healthy or not, but I just want to see. I've never done it. I've never been that small. So I just want to do it. Anyway, that's personal goals is what it is. Because even people that saw me lately is like, damn, you look totally different. And the people that even saw me just a year ago, because I look so different from before, now they see me and I still look different because I still lost 34 pounds. And once you get to a certain weight, Nigga, when you lose like 10 pounds, you look totally different. You really look like you lost weight at this point. You know, once you get like now I'm under 199. Every time somebody see me, I'm gonna look different. Every 5, 10, no, not 5, but every 15, maybe 10, maybe every 10 pounds. It's a dramatic look. So anyway, congratulations to me because of that. And I have to be able to congratulate and mean it because it's me. There really is no updates. I'm gonna stop updating because it got heavy for me. My aim was to do 2 books this year, 2 movies, and 2 albums. I dropped Revival. It's doing decent actually. I'm just happy about the music. If you haven't listened to it, go look at the Revival by Griffenstein. Really, and tell me what you think. I really am curious. It's free. I mean, the whole music business is a joke now. Really, nobody is getting paid, and now they trying to find ways to pay motherfuckers even less. So eventually, I'm gonna take all that music off of there and find me I want to get a browser, not a browser, but a server. I want to get a server. My cousin Danny is in San Jose, and he told me it can be done, but you got to have at least $90,000. And at this point, I actually have a little bit of money like that, but I got other stuff I have to do first. And the music ain't really popping like I would like it. If the music was like, if I had like some kind of underground hit and I knew that I could get money from that single or that album or whatever it is, by pulling my music back so that only the people, it's basically waiting for the need to arise before you do it. Because otherwise I'm sitting there with a $90,000 bill and making $3 a day off of my shit, when if I keep hustling, then I can do that. Anyway, I did the Revival. I dropped the Pros, Frozen in Vogue, and technically the Finders Keeper movie dropped. So I'm gonna count that because my name is on it, and I worked hard on it. So I'm counting those as my first 3, and then the Exorcism, which is actually my last Griffenstein album. I'm gonna try to kill Griffenstein, not kill him, but I think I explained this already, but I'm just not the same. I'm not Griffenstein was a culmination of hard living and just doing what I thought Richmond was, and I'm not that. Maybe Richmond is that, but I'm not that. So now I make my stuff off of just observation, and it's just different music. It's just different music. Anyway, yeah. So the Exorcism, and then I'm gonna do a poetry book, and also the 33 shards of a broken mirror. And it's going to be, I got one about my father where that's why I thought about it, because I have one showing the polar opposites of me and him, which I got his name, I'm a junior. So I am him, and one way or the other. So yeah, I wanted to drop that. And I don't think I'm going to do movies, but what I will do is I'm going to just start trying to do the videos for each song on Revival. I wanted to do something like Moonwalker, where each song has, because I got the song Testimony, which I could flip that. Then I have one called Pretend to Be, which I could, because Testimony, you can do it in the church or the court. And then, so I don't know. I'm trying to see if I could, I'm going to shoot at least 1 or 2 of those this year. So I had to take some time off. I got burnt out. I was doing it though. I did what I said I was gonna do. I got the book out. So I don't know if I said it, but so I put the book under 11, which is Hell Heaven. I want this book, I did say this, I remember saying this. I want this book to be in prisons. I want my books, the books from me and the people that I'm messing with. I want those books in prisons, schools. I want the information to get to people that need it. Now, if I have a company called Hell Heaven Projections, ain't no church people gonna read that. Ain't no non-profit gonna pick that up. Oprah ain't finna say, go and get this book from this. So I changed the name to Purple Hen Productions LLC. This is noise. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's usually 6 cops every time they go out. So I guess somebody hitting donuts somewhere. Anyway, so Purple Hen Press, it just came to me in a dream, and I was like, oh yeah, I like that name, and it's innocuous. It's like when you, and the logo is a bird, a purple hen sitting on books, on a nest with books. It's the goose with the golden eggs, and everybody has a voice. So I want my cousin Zena. I really want her to write a book because she went through a lot. So we'll see. Anyway, so I took some time off because I had to. I was tired. I was burnt out. But now I'm trying to get back so I can shoot the videos and then do this. I just need, the time and the effort. I really want to quit my job. I don't know if I ever said that before, but not on camera, but I really want to quit. I have so much to do. And the job is really hindering me at this point. Because you think about it. Think about this. You wake up. You go to work. Your freshest mind is you selling it every morning. When you go to work, you using all your problem solving skills for somebody that's paying you. I mean, it's a good reason because you got to live. But if you took that thought energy and put it into yourself, I think that's what the problem is with people. We don't think enough about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? I think if you thought about these people that's coming up with these ideas, you think only certain people can do it because they have a benefactor. If I was allowed to sit in my room or in my cell or in my wherever it is in this house and just make music or just write, I think I like writing better than doing music per se. I just like writing. I like wordplay. Music does that when you rapping and poetry, but the stories and all of that stuff is what I really like. Anyway, my point was, you give your best self at work, and then when you leave, you tired, and then you get 2 funky ass days off to recharge and smash all of your life into that little bit of time. So you're drinking, you're trying to fuck something, you're trying to go to the movies, your daughter needs some clothes, so you crushing, and you really don't have time to fulfill that part of your brain that gives you pleasure. Whatever that is, you need to do something every day, but we don't. As soon as we get off work, we come home and we Netflix and chill. Really though, like literally sit in front and veg out, so you don't have to think about what you got to do tomorrow. Man, go walk. Go talk to somebody. I'm gonna tell you something else that's funny. I be having the strangest conversations with people, and they want my number. Men and women. It's just like you walk up to somebody and you say something, they be like, yeah, and you say something, they just look at you like, nigga, that was profound. And it's just the way I talk now. Everybody like, man, these people ain't real out here. It's just, and I don't like the word real, but nigga, I'm really trying to, oh, that's number 2. That's why I don't like it here. It's loud. Anyway, I talked about that before. So yeah, it's just I got strangers in my phone, and I don't call them. And if they call me, I answer, because that's what they wanted. They wanted somebody in their phone that they could talk to about real shit. It was this older guy named Mo. He's from Missouri, so I don't really know if his name is Mo or if he just go by Mo because he's from Missouri, or yeah. So anyway, he was talking about his electric bike and stuff like that, and I was like, yeah, man. He's like, he might be 60 or 70, and he was like, man, I'm thinking about he went to prison for dope out there, and so he was thinking about getting back in it. And I was like, if you do it, you gotta do what you gotta do. I said, but if you do it, you're not getting out. You're not getting out. And he's like, yeah, but they ain't gonna see me. And I said, they might not see you either, because I'm telling you now, I am no threat to people. So I can see how You could move as a 60, 70-year-old and move dope. I could see that, but the risk is inordinate. It's too big. It's too big. It's too big. It's too big. So, anyway, stuff like that happens. I'm open to it sometimes, but sometimes I just want to ride. I just really just want to ride and just vibe out. Just really just focus on thoughts and stuff. And it's hard, especially in Richmond. They closing all of these streets and putting, I'm not closing, but closing lanes and putting bike lanes in. Excuse me. I think they just got money. So I think in 5 years or 3 years, they're going to close the bike lanes when they need money again, close the bike lanes, and then put the extra lane back in. I think that's what they're going to do. But as of right now, that's what they're doing. There's this machine, and I got the email from Danny, a friend of mine, Danny, where there's like this little thing, it's like the size of a vacuum head, and you can tow it on the back of your bike, and you can clean up streets. So I was going to go get one, and he said just email the dude and see what. I think it's like $3,500, but he might donate it if I can get video of me using it so that he can, because it's like a prototype, but it's supposed to clean up, bike lanes. And there's so many people out here. I was trying to put together one with Rich City Rides where, how anyway, I'm not gonna talk because I might still do it, and it's a very good idea. So I was told to talk less because snakes, like Hammer said, identify snakes because they bite. Them vipers bite, nigga. Anyway, so that's the kind of like a little bit of an update. The book ain't doing good. It's a specialized book. I spent more money on it because I wanted that heavy paper. My folks bought books, but but I still got it. Anyway, it is what it is. It's my first book, and it's not really a book. I showed you how it looks. It's called Prose Frozen in Vogue. It's on barnesandnoble.com as an ebook, and it's in local bookstores here. It's at Gratitude and the Multicultural Bookstore on Broadway, and then the Gratitude store on Market Square, across from with Galea, with Kaiser is at over there. I think that's Marina Way. I'm sure that's not Harbor Way. It might be Harbor Way. I always confuse them, and I'm from here, but whatever way that is. But it's on Market. It's in Market Square Mall, and she has a big Gratitude sign out. And go in there, ask for the book if you're so inclined. And if you want one, you can actually send me an email at griffinstein@itsthedark.com. It's $33, and I'll sign it. And you get a little package with it. It'll be a nice little thing. So, and I gotta fix my website. But anyway, that's all that is those kind of things. So I'm looking forward to the Exorcist album. It's because it is that. That's what it is. It's the exorcism of getting Griffinstein out of me, Don Griffin. But still, it's like the Hulk. I don't get mad no more, so I don't need Griffinstein. I don't need the Hulk no more because I don't get mad. I'm not angry, but I still got the game that I always had. It's just I'm not finna talk about how I'm finna hurt you. I'm not finna talk about how I'm finna do that. I'm gonna talk about what I'm going to do in spite of that. So it's a different kind of vibe. Anyway, that's about it. I just wanted to touch bases real quick, and it's a countdown to the end of it. I don't know what I'm gonna do afterward, but I appreciate everybody. It is crazy because most people wouldn't keep doing this when everybody look at it and podcasts, and they say, man, he didn't even get no views. And hey, if I was doing it for views, I think if I was doing it for views, I would have to do different things. I would have to, first of all, I'd have to lighten this all up. Second of all, I would have to gossip like these dudes do. That bothers me so much, and it shouldn't. But it's like niggas saying, dudes, grown men. It's like, yeah, I saw I saw ASAP Rocky out with Rihanna, and do you think that her club? I'm watching like, why do you? So it's basically pop culture stuff, which really ain't gonna last long. The podcast I'm doing now, I think what's gonna happen is something's gonna happen, and then I said this before, something's gonna happen. This is timeless because I'm not talking about time. I'm talking about personal growth and stuff like that, which ain't popular, but it is popular. I'm just not a popular person, and you got to play the game. You got to play the game, and that really should be. Man, I probably took too long to talk about it, but that actually should be another podcast because I know what to do to become famous. I mean, I know what to do. You just gotta be out there. You have to be out there all the time. I don't think you can do that with a job. Man, I don't, it's like jazz hands to me. It's like, hey, look, I just don't like all that. But you gotta do what you gotta do. If I really wanna become what I want to become, if I really want to get the farm, if I really want to help kids, because when we get the farm, I'm going to have kids. It's going to be like a mini camp where they can work with their hands, learn a trade, learn how to grow their own food, know what food looks like. And it's going to be kids from these kind of areas where, somebody can tell you that you are a good person or that you deserve everything. Man, nobody told me that. Nobody ever told me that I was worthy of anything. Ever. I mean, now, people, because now it's the thing to do, but nobody I'll tell you this. My mom and my daddy used to tell me, don't let nobody put their hands on you. You bet not ever. And da-da-da. If somebody put you on da-da-da. But they never told me why. So I go to school and somebody put their hands on me. I say, get your fucking hands off me. Why? Because my daddy said, keep your fucking... He didn't say, you don't let nobody disrespect you. Don't let nobody put their hands on you if you're not comfortable with it. Because you are not. You are to be respected. You are to be... Nobody did that. Nobody built me up. Nobody built me up. And if you have kids, please build them. They shouldn't go until they 35 years old for somebody to tell them that they worthy of love. Anyway, or your wife. That has been your episode of How Do You View You with your host, Griffinstein. You better love somebody. And if you don't love somebody, how do you expect somebody to love you? Peace. Oh, can you see that?